Hello everyone and welcome to Forza Horizon 5 for another video. Today, we're going to be checking out a new car. This time, with a bit of a difference. It's Chinese. It's a hypercar. And it's electric. The Neo EP9. Another 998 Pi car. Producing 1,341 horsepower, which is, yes, 1 megawatt. So, if you like using the idiotic term Megacar, which I don't, I hate that term so much, this would be one of them. Look, this looks quite cool, actually. It looks very... This looks quite cool. It sort of reminds me of, like, Hot Wheels, but more high quality. Or, I mean, a few more angles and corners and stuff. The interior looks like a Windows blue screen. Why does it have beats per minute? Oh, it's just got a massive G meter. Not got a rev meter, I don't think. Sounds very electric at low speeds. Probably just sounds very electric in general. This is, after all, an electric car. Oh, it's got active aero. An alleged 0 to 200 kilometers an hour time of 7.1 seconds. Again, a 0 to 100 kilometers an hour is entirely irrelevant, so we're doing the 0 to 200 because that is a bit more useful. Session 0 to 120 miles an hour. Top speed, alleged 313 kilometers an hour, according to their website. Their website, by the way, is apparently it's not secure, which is already very convincing, and it's a bit of a pain to use because they try to make it as fancy as possible, and it's just a bit annoying, basically. It's got lots of aerodynamic things. It's 3G. It's not 5G, so anyone who's worried about 5G brain implants can buy this car because it only has 3G. Oh! It goes through corners like a fighter jet, according to the website. What a stupid thing. Right. Seems like everything you need to know from the... Oh, there's some other stuff that's vaguely interesting. You can swap the battery in 8 minutes. A battery takes 45 minutes to charge and has 777 volts. Which, not being an electric car enthusiast... I don't really know what to do with that number. So, I haven't really talked about what it's like to drive, because right now I've been at about 20% throttle, and the speeds we're going at for 20% throttle are quite impressive. So far, so good. Oh, that's a bit of a tragic turning circle. Let's put the hammer down. 10,000 RPM. Let's go. 0 to 10 was a bit... Okay. Oh, it's suddenly... Oh, it's going fast. It's getting faster. It's getting very fast indeed. And there's a van exactly where I don't want it. Sounds like an electric pump. Well, I guess electric pumps also are essentially electric motors, so that would be why. 193 miles an hour, probable top speed. Right. Why was I doing a top speed run in a cornering section? I promise that was me, not the car. Let's see what the car's like in the corners. Oh, wow. The turning circle isn't as good as I'd hope it to be. Yeah, the handling... Whoa. It's a bit slow. Well, not slow, but you need to brake more than you'd expect. Yeah, that was like only just, and that was... I was genuinely worried that I might have broken a bit too much, braked way too much. But obviously, whoa! Okay, that worked quite well. So this is really nice to drive. It's just like the 90-degree bends that you have to slow down way too much for. I mean, if it could take that flat. Whoa. Locked up there. So far, so good. I haven't watched any reviews, but I have seen the thumbnail for AR12 Gaming's video, and apparently he's of the opinion that this car sucks. I'm of the opinion it's reasonable to drive, but rather forgettable, to be honest. I'm not getting from this what I've got from the Ferrari FXX-K Evo. This is just a car that is quite nice to drive. It's not a car that I will be driving all the time as of this point. Well, we've made it to the track. Let's do a race. Races usually reveal a bit more about the car's dynamics and, well, if it was put together well. I will be making a Goliath lap video on this car, so if you'd like to see how it compares to other cars just on lap time around the Goliath alone, that will be coming out shortly, or within the next 2 days or so. I doubt it'll do particularly well because the top speed isn't what it should be, and the low speed handling isn't quite good enough to shine in the high speed section. I think the game at some point told me to lower my difficulty so we're not on unbeatable anymore, and either this car is way too fast or that is showing. So far, I quite like this car. It's doing quite well. Handling, it's not ideal, but it's fine, I guess. I mean, it's not like this is a... Actually, I mean, it's not like this is a Ferrari. It's not something that has, well, in Europe at least, it doesn't have particularly much prestige, so you don't have many expectations for it. But from its looks, you expect it to drive like a, well, quite frankly, like an LMP1/hypercar. I mean, how this drives is how I'm expecting the Peugeot 9X8 to drive. I think that's what it's called. The Peugeot's Le Mans hypercar. But it won't. It's just, from the looks of this car, that's what you'd expect. But looks obviously can and are deceiving. This car's definitely grown on me since I've been driving it. I will probably actually be driving it again at some point. But it's not a car that is, like I say, it's not particularly memorable in my opinion. I'm not going to look at tuning because, quite frankly, it's irrelevant. Paint jobs, I don't know, are we interested? I'll have a look at the paint jobs quickly after this race. And apart from that, I can't quite see what else we can do with this car. I mean, it's straight line speed. Either I'm going mad or it's not as good as the Lotus Evija. I do believe I have a Lotus Evija Goliath lap, so again, we'll be able to compare the two there. And there probably will be a challenge video in 2 weeks' time. Or probably a few weeks, actually, because I'm not able to record one this week with Purple Petrol 13 and myself. Maybe. I consider it likely that there's going to be a race between this and the Lotus Evija, or this and the Rinuts. It won that race easily, but I think that's because the game told me to lower my difficulty. It's reasonable car. Quite nice to drive. I mean, it's not hard to get, per se, so just get it, I guess. It's only requires 25 points, so just get it. There's literally nothing to lose, and maybe you really like this car. Paints and designs, just to finish quickly. What have we got? Probably nothing particularly interesting, because I'd have no idea what to paint on this car, to be frank. Duracell, of course. Anime girls. It's only been out for a few hours, so... no. It's basically just the usual liveries. It's nothing particularly interesting. Plus 15 social credit. Right. Oh, we're making fun of the Chinese as further along you go. So... yeah. As I suspected, nothing particularly interesting. Standard colours. I don't think there'll be one apart from blue. No, there's blue and a lighter blue. I'm going to keep it on the dark blue. I quite like that. What does it actually look like in... Final verdict. Good car, nothing special. And on that note, I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and or subscribe for more. Other than that, have a nice day. Goodbye.